Welcome back, Saber enthusiasts. I am Nick Nitro, and I am the Lord of the Crucible. And if you were watching my last video, or more importantly, if you were watching the comments of the last video, you may have found out that I made a huge mistake when I was wiring up this switch here. Right here. This is a nice little switch that we've got, and I wired it in completely wrong. So, if you take a look here, you'll see the schematic that I've got here. You see the data line that I've got coming into the LED connections here for both the LED positive and the LED negative. That data line shouldn't be there. So we're going to take this whole setup, we're going to move it out of here, and this other graphic that we've got right here, this is what we're doing today. We are fixing this. By the way, a big thanks to Jeremy Nett over at Bantha Whisper Custom Installs. He caught my mistake and he got me the information that I needed to get this done right. So what we're going to be doing is, like you can see on this new graphic here, we are going to be removing all of this that we've done. And here you can see we're going to have our positive coming in from the button positive on the chassis PCB, and we're going to have our LED positive coming from the main battery positive, which is listed as VCC on the chassis PCB. Then we're going to go ahead and link up the negatives between the LED negative and the button negative, and that'll make a common ground going over to the button ground. So with that said, we've got a little bit of stuff here that we've got to get kinda out of the way, because we got to remove all of the old stuff here. And I went ahead and I shrink wrapped that. I used shrink tube on that, which is great practice. It just makes it a pain to remove here. Yeah. So, give me a minute. We'll get this removed. Get all of this removed here, and then we will kick back in and show you where we're at. Okay, as you can see here, I've removed my data lines from the LED connectors where they were not supposed to be. So we're going to go ahead and get these guys soldered together. I don't know, this may be too tight a space. Maybe. Maybe not. I think we may have gotten that. Okay. Yes. Here we are. Our data line is all set, and we can actually tuck this in and not have to worry about it anymore. Now, as you can see here, I've already got my proper 35 ohm resistor wired in here into there. That's the spot we want to go to. It's going to be right here with this wire here, right on that point. Hopefully without disconnecting the other wire or protruding out past the edges of the board. Oh my god, I've got it. I've got it. Yes! Okay. Oh, can take that out, like that. Huh? There we are. And here's hoping that's not blocking anything. Is it a success, or are my worst fears realized? No, it's a success. Alright, there we are. It's in. Oh, goodness. Here we have our switch prongs, and we're currently focused on the LED negative. Now what we're going to do is bridge the LED negative to the switch negative to use that as a common ground. Okay, here we are. And we might actually have to trim that down a little bit. Here we are. That looks a lot better. A lot better. So we're going to go ahead and get this soldered in. And there we go. We've got that in there now. Okay, now as you can see here, we have a lot of wire. This is like way too long. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this down. Yeah, I don't like the look of that right there. That is like all bare wire. But I think I've got a solution here that might help out with that a little bit. Okay. So as you can see, we've got a little shrink wrap on here. We're going to go ahead and get that secured, and then we're going to go ahead and solder in the other lead. Like I said, it's not a perfect solution, but it helps out a little bit. But let's get this in place here, and it should work fairly well. And there we go. So now all we have to do is to solder in our negative lead for the switch. That'll take care of both of our ground leads. Okay, now that we've got everything lined up, a little touch of heat. And man, that wire was longer than I thought. Let me fix that up here right quick. Yoink. And that's going to work a lot better. And there we go. Now that looks a lot better. That's going to be a much better connection. So let's go ahead and get to work on that LED positive. Now this is going to be the green wire. Even though it's coming from a battery positive lead, it's got a resistor on it so that the LED doesn't burn out. So let's get the right wire here. And that is it. Let's touch that up a little bit. There we go. Now we've got that connected, and that should be good. Provided I don't knock my camera all over the place. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this is looking really messy, but you know, this is my first time doing this, so learn from me what not to do. Meantime, this red wire here, this is going to be for our actual switch positive. That's probably a little bit more of a trim than I wanted to do, but that's probably about the size you actually want for this. And there we go. Now that's connected. But no, like I said, it's not pretty, but it should work. Oh man, after all of this, and you know, like I said, I made a mistake earlier. This is our chance to fix it, and a little press fit, and we are good to go. Now, this effectively places us where I thought we were at the end of the last video. So, next video we're going to start working on the lower chassis, which will be everything going in here. This is going to involve the power subsystems, the Proffie board. It's going to be an adventure.